New year, new drivers, new team. Welcome and great to have you with us as we move far away from the paddock to the headquarters of the newest outfit on the Formula One grid. We've been granted exclusive access with an interview not just with the team owner or the star driver, but both. Because for the first time in modern F1 history, the team owner is behind the wheel themselves. Now is a great time to bring a new team into the sport, particularly off the back of such compelling competition last year. 2022 saw huge regulation changes, and it was Red Bull who came out on top in the development race. But that was last year. This year could be a very different story. Let me tell you, this facility is an absolute hive of activity, and there is a palpable sense of excitement around the car they've built. Quietly, they truly believe they can challenge at the top, and they've had the time now to craft a hugely competitive race car. But theory is one thing, and taking on the brightest lights in motorsport is quite another. So how does the owner of F1's 11th team feel as they prepare to be thrust into the limelight of the F1 circus? New driver lineups, Qatar returns, Las Vegas debuts, and the engineering race continues to push the sport and the drivers to new heights. What are they aiming for? Most excited about? Most nervous for? Well, soon we will meet them to find out. But first, let's take a look at the brand new car.
Welcome back to another video, and today we are back with some more F1 23, and this time around, instead of Breaking Point, we are gonna create my own team. We already did, and you saw the starting intro and the car reveal, which was pretty epic, not gonna lie. So I'm quite excited to see what this car can do. Although the second slowest on the graph, let's see where we qualify and where we end up in the race. We only have one shot at this because we have no time remaining in qualifying. So, end of lap 1, and we're only P17, but it is quite okay. So I'm gonna try to do another run, but there's other cars coming out which are gonna impede our lines. We have our teammate Hauger over here, as we get a bit of wheel spin and we start losing time, and it's safe to say that our qualifying is sadly over in Q1. Well, we are in P21, followed by our teammate in P22, so locking the last row doesn't really sound that good to say, but let's see what we can achieve in the race. Maybe some points. Foreshadowing.
Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round 1 of this year's Formula One World Championship. We go racing today around the 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit, with 15 corners and 2 good passing opportunities into turns 1 and 4. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left tyre into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Sainz, Hamilton, Russell, Fernando Alonso, Ocon, Norris, Gasly, Bottas, Joe, Tsunoda, Magnussen, Hulkenberg, Albon, De Vries, Oscar Piastri, Stroll, and the owner-driver rounds off the grid. Hauger. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. A new season then, a clean slate where anything could happen. Anthony Davidson is with me today as once again we get another year of Formula One underway.
We're into those tense few minutes before the first race then. Everyone's a little bit nervous about reliability. They haven't been running in the hot, turbulent wake of other cars in practice. They've not been pushing at 100% for long durations. Let's hope no one has to deal with any nasty surprises.
Oh, here we go. It's 5 red lights, and away we go for the Bahrain Grand Prix. First race of the season. Let's see what we can do. Down the inside of one of the McLarens. I think that's Piastri. We have our teammate and oh, what a dive! Oh, we make some contact with Norris. I think that is, yeah, Norris back there, and we give him the position. But I'm surprised we got away with no damage. Wow. Now following on, we go on to Lando's PFP, where I try to dive bomb. As you can see, we pass right through the middle, threading the needle and somehow surviving. On to lap number 2, and we have a beautiful overtake on Valtteri Bottas. You can see we faked him on the outside and then we slid right into the inside as he takes the wide exit. Now on to lap number 4. We are side by side with Valtteri Bottas, who we just overtook. Through turn 1 and 2 we go. We are right up ahead, but he will have the run up on turn 3 and 4, and he dives down our inside. And let's see what we can do here. Try to defend this position. We both are side by side, wheels almost gonna touch, and luckily we make it out alive and in the position. Now on to the end of lap number 4, and we can see Tsunoda blows his engine up as he pulls up to the side. This may be a potential safety car, but we only see yellow flags and no safety car, sadly. As we continue racing, we have made a few overtakes here and there, and red flag already in the first race. This is interesting. Let's go up and see what happened as to why there was a red flag. Now lap 13, if I would unpause this, let us see what happens here. We can see a Ferrari has something to do with it. Okay. And is that Carlos Sainz? Carlos Sainz just spun out and hit one of the Red Bulls. Okay, the Mercedes pass right through and one of them blocks up, and Alonso T-bones Sainz. Okay. So twice in one episode, 5 red lights, and away we go for the Bahrain Grand Prix second restart. Let's see what we can pull from this. Amazing start from us. We get a few different camera views following this. Whoa, we made a hit with Carlos Sainz, I think. Yep, Carlos Sainz, and that's Alonso in front of us. Ooh, this is bad. Let's see. I think the other drivers behind us, they're actually quite far back, so we got a good start in. Oh, as we dive inside Carlos Sainz and hit Alonso with probable damage to our front wing. This might be bad until the end of the race. Lap 20, we can see Esteban Ocon going for a move on the straight. He overtakes us, and that means he gets a position on us, and we are P9. But unfortunately, until the end of the race, nothing else happened, and we were unable to overtake and catch up to him. Well then, the race is over. We finished in P9 with the Hamilton behind us, and Max Verstappen is your race winner.
Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves.
So guys, that was the Bahrain Grand Prix for me. First race went pretty well, points after a very bad qualifying. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Guys, I'll see you in the next video. See ya!